Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Google Hangout. My name is Heidi Goelzer, and I'm a National Sales Director with Mary Kay. And I want to thank you so much for taking your time on this Wednesday evening to be with me. Now, I don't know why you're on this call or on this Hangout. It might be because your consultant asked you to. It might be because you want to hear more about Mary Kay. It might be because she's giving you something for free. But what I want to tell you is your consultant respects you and likes you. She likes you enough to listen to this opportunity, because if you say yes to Mary Kay, you could be in this business with her for the rest of your lives. Okay? So I want you to take it as the highest compliment that she asked you to listen to this information. Now, some of you might already know about Mary Kay. Your consultant has already shared with you the facts, and perhaps you just need a little bit more information, or perhaps she just wanted you to give you a different perspective. I have been in Mary Kay for about 20 years, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about my story in the midst of this Hangout that we're doing. But I want you to know that your consultant is enough, that you can trust her, that she may be new, she may be experienced. I don't know who she is, but I know that she's in Mary Kay, and that she has started a business, and that she believes that this would be good for you as well. So I'm just asking you to listen tonight with an open heart and with an open ear, and to learn more about why your consultant is so excited about her Mary Kay business. What I'm going to talk about tonight is relevance. And at the end of the Hangout, we are going to ask you to fill out, I think it's just a little Google form or survey in the description box below the video, okay? So there's a little Google survey in the description box below this video that if you could fill out, you get credit and your consultant gets credit for you watching this Hangout. And it also gives her your feedback, okay? Because we're going to ask you what you think. We're going to ask you what your interest level is on a scale of 1 to 3, and we're going to ask you if this is something maybe that you would consider doing, starting your own business with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And so we're going to talk about relevancy, because sometimes I think we're too comfortable. Sometimes we think we're just like everybody else, right? Well, of course we don't have enough money. Nobody has enough money. Of course I have debt. Everybody has debt. Of course I have student loans. Everybody has student loans. And so what I want us to do, I'm going to turn up the volume just a little bit here. Sorry about that. I want us to think outside the box, okay? I want us to maybe think, wow, maybe this opportunity could be for me, no matter where I am in my life, as a college student, as a young professional, as a working mom, as a stay-at-home mom, as someone like me who's got kids who are old and kids who are younger. Some of you might be empty nesters. Some of you might be nearing retirement. But I feel that it's relevant for everybody. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to just ask you some questions. If you were here, it'd be so much more fun because I could get some feedback. I don't do well without feedback, but we'll just go with it today. Did you know that 68% of households in America would be under financial duress if they had a bill of $500 to $1,000 unexpectedly come up? 68% of households, and that includes households that make over $100,000 a year. Wow. And all of these things are documented. I'm not going to go through where they're all from. You can ask your consultant to get you the paperwork on it if you want to, but I promise these are from reliable sources like USA Today, Better Business Bureau, Success Magazine, things like that, okay? What do you think the average woman in America makes today from California to New York? You know what it is? The average American woman makes $37,000 a year. But you know what the average college graduate woman makes? $25,000 a year. A little bit less than that, isn't it? What percentage of the population is prepared for retirement? 7% of the general population is prepared for retirement. What do you think the average college debt is per American today? It's between $60,000 to $80,000. And you know what the average monthly payment is on a student loan? It's $1,000 a month. Now, just pause a second and do the math on that. If the average female college graduate makes $25,000 a year coming out of college, and her average loan payment is $1,000 a month, she's bringing home right at $12,000 a year, you guys. She's living on $1,000 a month. Unbelievable. Okay, the average home in America has credit card debt between $16,000 to $18,000. We have the most underemployment since the Great Depression. There are jobs out there. You see help wanted signs everywhere, but they are for minimum wage or maybe just a little bit above. And I don't know about the rest of you, but minimum wage in Wisconsin is $7.25, and you cannot live on minimum wage. Most Americans spend, ding, 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 103% of their income. Shocking, since we have $16,000 to $18,000 average in credit card debt. Okay. 50% of 30-year-olds make less than their parents did at the same age. That is the first time since the Great Depression that the next generation has made less than their parents. Isn't that interesting? Almost 40% of Americans ages 18 to 24 are living with a relative. 40% of Americans ages 18 to 34 are living with a relative, the highest percentage since 1941, and that's from the Wall Street Journal. Now, you're watching this hangout going, wow, I'm so glad I got on. I'm so glad I stayed up. I'm so glad I put the kids to bed and got on this hangout to hear the depressing statistics about life in America right now. And you know, I don't know if this applies to you, and aren't you glad that I can't see your face? Aren't you glad I'm not asking you for a show of hands? But even if none of these statistics apply to you, I'm pretty sure they probably apply to someone that you know, either a child, a parent, a sister, a brother, a friend, okay? And so these are the real statistics. And you know what? We can't change anything until we face our reality. And I believe that the enemy of great is good enough. And so if we are living in good enough, oh my goodness, there's an answer to this. And I do believe in direct sales. I do, because it is something where women can, you know, or anybody, but women in direct sales, you guys, you can work this around the rest of your life. And so I'm going to share with you 3 stories about this past week. So talk about relevance. I'm not going to talk about what happened last year, last month, I don't know what. Last week, I was just talking in passing to 3 consultants in our national area. And one of them is Crystal Pounds. Crystal Pounds is a sales director from San Angelo, Texas. She's in her 30s and she has 2 young school-age children. She was a teacher while being a Mary Kay consultant, and then was able to retire from her full-time career as a teacher to work her Mary Kay full-time so that she could have the freedom and flexibility, so that she could put her children in the school district that she wanted to put them in. She has had extreme health issues this past year, extreme. In her mid-30s, she had a knee replacement surgery that went bad. She still doesn't have full range of motion. It's just a pain, right? Well, not only that, but a couple of weeks ago, she had a partial hysterectomy. Oh my goodness. She is so glad that she has the freedom and flexibility and that she worked her business while she was healthy. Last week in reorders alone, Crystal sold $500 worth of Mary Kay. In Mary Kay, we make 50% of whatever we sell. Now, we do have expenses because we're small business owners, so she didn't take exactly 50%. Some of that was for expenses. But just to keep the math easy, 50% of $500 is $250. Crystal made $250 by picking up her phone, looking at her text, and checking out her website. Isn't that exciting, you guys? It took her less than 2 hours to make $250. Oh my goodness, that's like $125 an hour. And it's legal, moral, and ethical. Who's excited about that? And I think Crystal probably kept her clothes on during that whole time, if you know what I mean. Maybe she had her jammies on though. Okay, so that's Crystal Pounds. The second consultant that I want to tell you about is Leah Snyder. Leah lives in Anchorage, Alaska, and she is a full-time teacher. She is not a native to Anchorage. She moved there from Wisconsin to teach in a school. And this is her part-time gig to make extra money, probably to pay off some student loans. She's 23 or 24 years old, and she had one of her first parties this past week. Do you know what happened at her first party? Of people that she really didn't even know that she met in the community, no family or friends to speak of, $300 in sales, 50 referrals so that she has more people to build her business with, 2 new parties booked, and a person who wants to talk with her about the Mary Kay opportunity. Oh my goodness. She made approximately $150 in about 3 hours worth of time outside of her home. $50 an hour, and continued income that's going to come from that. Oh my goodness, you guys. And the last consultant I want to tell you about is Brandy Lampman. She is also a sales director, but she is from Michigan. Isn't this exciting? We're talking about people from Alaska, from Texas to Michigan, all over the United States. She's in her mid-20s, and she is at a different time in her life. She has a 1-year-old child, and she is pregnant with baby number 2. She held 2 parties last week and got some reorders because she has built her Mary Kay business. So she worked a total of 6 hours, and she sold $1,000. Remember, we make 50% of whatever we sell. We take expenses out of that 50%, but just for mathematics' sake, she made approximately $500, and she worked 6 hours, which means she profited right at $83 an hour. Oh my goodness. We have a consultant who profited $50 an hour, $83 an hour, and $125 an hour. All different ages, all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, but one amazing opportunity, you guys. Let's be real. People from across the country are right now, professionals, teachers, nurses are looking for part-time jobs in retail stores to make money for the holidays. Is there anybody out there too cashed up? If you're too cashed up, I'm so excited for you. But most of you are not too cashed up. And you could use, as we talked about, an extra $500. Do you have money in your bank account if an extra bill came up? Are you paying off student loans? Would you want to pay them off faster? Would you want to go on a vacation? Would you want to have, would payday not be so sad if you could actually pay your bills? You know what I'm talking about, you guys? And then all of a sudden not look in your checkbook and go, great, I've got $30 left till the next pay period. I've been there. Mary Kay is relevant. You guys, people are buying skincare. In fact, Mary Kay is in the top 5 brands globally of skincare and color cosmetics across the world. We're in 37 different countries besides the United States. And in the United States, we're the number one selling brand in direct sales of color and skincare. And we're number 7 of all the brands in the entire United States, and we're going for number 1. We are relevant. What would you do if we took the average of $150? We just took Leah, the newest consultant, the brand new, who doesn't have any reorders. She made $150 in one party in 1 week. What if you held one appointment a week, not counting residual income that you're going to get? That would be an extra $600. Okay, take $100 off for expenses and hostess credit, an extra $500 a month for you and your family. Would that be relevant? Would that be relevant? You guys, people are getting jobs at department stores for an average of $10 an hour. You would have to work 10 hours, more than 10 hours, to earn $100. Leah worked 3 hours and earned $150. She had fun, she made people feel great, and her business will continue to grow from that. When we work at another job, most of us only get paid for that hour. We don't get paid any more for the work that we did today. We won't get paid for that tomorrow. Do you see how Mary Kay is relevant? But you know what, you guys? It's more than just selling lipsticks. It's more than just selling lipsticks. I started my Mary Kay business 20 years ago when I was 27 years old. I had 2 small children, a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old, and I started in Louisiana. I was not a makeup guru. In fact, before Mary Kay, I washed my face with Zest and I wore blue mascara. Oh my goodness. I was a teacher by trade, but I had moved across the country, and I decided to stay home with our 2 kids because you know what? Daycare was going to outweigh the benefits of working full time. But you guys, I was looking for something more. Can anybody relate to that? I am a goal-setting person. I am a high achiever. I like to make my own money. And you know what? When I was staying home with my kids, I love that freedom. I love that flexibility, but I missed the growth. I missed the personal growth and I missed the paycheck. Was I great in the beginning? Absolutely not. My first party, can you guess how much it was? $7. I sold $7. And I think I'm pretty smart, right? It took me 10 parties to sell $100. But what I gained was confidence. What I gained was friendships. What I gained was excitement. And I actually earned the use of my first free car in Louisiana. And it wasn't an easy gig, you guys. Like, I had to take payment plans. It was in a poverty-ridden area, but I earned a car there. And you know what? I think God was teaching me a lesson. If I could earn a car where it was hard, I could do really great when he moved me to somewhere else. Now, my husband is a pastor, and so after 4 years in Louisiana, we were called to a new church, to start a new church in San Antonio, Texas. Oh my goodness, Louisiana, a town of 40,000 in the middle of a bayou, to San Antonio, a city of 2 million. I was super excited that they took credit cards, you guys. And I had paid my dues in that little town. I had learned to be gritty. You know what? That's what we're looking for, you guys. You know, success, people have done all kinds of study on success, from kids in urban areas to kids in the projects to kids in the suburbs, all over the place. And what is the common denominator about success? It's grit. It's grit. What is grit? Grit is just hanging in there. Grit is determination. Grit is never giving up. If you've got some grit in you, Mary Kay is for you. I got gritty in Louisiana and paid off in San Antonio. We had our third child there, and God granted me great success. I went from a $7 party to driving a pink Cadillac, you guys, to earning 3 top director trips, to having my income go over 100,000, 150,000, 160,000. It was pretty great. It was pretty great. And then life happened, as life is going to happen. And my husband accepted a call to another church, this time in rural Wisconsin. From sunny San Antonio, my city of 2 million people, where I was rocking my business, to the village of Oakfield, a town of 1,000 people. We moved on March 1st when it was 85 degrees in Texas, and we moved during a snowstorm. And on that move, I discovered, that I was pregnant with baby number 4 by surprise. We now call him our bonus baby, Gabe, and we're super happy that God gave him to us. But at that time, I hate to tell you, I wasn't. I was overwhelmed. I didn't want to move. But it was by the grace of God that I had this opportunity. When you're going to have a baby unexpectedly at the age of 39, most of the time you would have to make new choices, right? You would be back in your full-time profession. You would either have to, get a nanny, do daycare, or go part-time, or just do something different. I didn't have to do anything differently, you guys, because I was already a 6-figure work-from-home mom, and we could just add one more baby to the mix. And so, you know what? Life has happened. God blessed me in this business as well here. My kids are now ages 23. Karis was 2.5 when I started, 20. Nathaniel was 6 months old when I started, 15. And bonus baby Gabe will be 8 on Friday. In this past month, you guys, life happened. My husband's grandparents both died within 3 weeks of each other. I made a trip to Texas where I visited and trained with people who are recovering from Hurricane Harvey. We had many of our national area be devastated by that natural disaster. I hosted a coaching school. My husband and son have been sick all month. And then my husband was asked to move from Wisconsin to Florida to be a pastor there. So a physical and emotional roller coaster. Life happens, you guys. But what I want to tell you is I would much rather have life happen to me in Mary Kay than outside of Mary Kay. You see, it is a place where people will believe in you and love you. There are many different direct sales businesses that I'm sure are amazing. What I believe sets Mary Kay apart is our culture. Our culture of God first, family second, career third. Our culture of the golden rule. Our culture of no territories. Our culture of not stealing customers. Our culture of not putting down any other company because we don't need to. You see, that's the difference. My life has been blessed tremendously. Am I passionate about makeup? Well, I love our skincare, and I love the products that Mary Kay spends billions of dollars, millions, not billions, millions of dollars researching and getting the best for us. But I'm more passionate about the people. You see, Mary Kay said 54 years ago when she started this company that vehicles were the lipsticks to change lives. This Mary Kay business has been my vehicle that has changed my life, that has changed my children's lives, that will change generations, and that has changed so many other people. I got to put my glasses on. When my husband and I decided that we were going to take this call and take this position to move to Florida, after he said yes, you guys, I asked him, oh my goodness, how much is your salary? And how much is tuition at the school that Gabe is going to go to? And how are we going to find a house? What's the housing market like? You guys, I didn't even ask those questions. Because of the security of my income in Mary Kay, we could totally make this decision based on the needs of the ministry and my husband's gifts. Are all of your decisions based on money? Or can they be based on decisions greater than that? You see, I don't know what you might need money for, but I believe that money does not buy you happiness, but it absolutely gives you choices. So what would you do with an extra $500 a month, an extra $5,000 a month, an extra $12,000 a month that was deposited into my bank account or will be deposited into my bank account on October 15th? Guys, this is an emotional decision. The $100 decision is an emotional decision. This is the kit that you get for $100. It actually has $375 worth of full-size product in it. Oh my goodness. And this month, in the month of October, Mary Kay is giving you a bonus, 2 extra masks, maybe because it's Halloween, I don't know. But you are getting a moisture renewal mask, and you are also getting the brand new charcoal mask in this kit for $100 plus your local tax and shipping. Can you even believe it? But you know what? I didn't say yes to Mary Kay right away. I hoed and I hummed and I thought about it, and I left the information sitting on my kitchen table. And don't you hate it when you want to be emotional about a decision and your significant other wants to be logical? Anybody hate it? Well, my husband was like that. And he looked at the information as I was wondering, should I do it? Should I not? Will I be good? Will anybody buy from me? I don't even wear makeup. What will my friends say? I have my degree, blah, 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 blah. He said, Heidi, for $100, even if you don't sell a dime, you, your mom, and your sisters can look twice as good at half the price. You guys, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Try it. If you love it, stay, make some money, maybe even change your life. If you don't love it, your consultant will happily take you back as a customer, but you'll never know unless you try. My friends, we spend $100 on shoes. We spend $100 at Target. We spend $100 at Walmart. That has not changed our lives. Give it a shot. It's worth it. So we're looking for women like you, women who keep their word, women who got on this Google Hangout, who said yes to your consultant and actually did it. We're looking for women of integrity. We're also looking for women who are willing to work. You know, there's many women out there willing to work, but also who want to win. Wouldn't you love to win? Wouldn't you love to get victories? Wouldn't you love to get prizes? Wouldn't you love to get personal growth? But not only to win, to change your life and the lives of others. If you fit that bill, if you're a woman of integrity, if you like to work and win, and you're excited about changing your life and the lives of others, we hope that you say yes. We hope that you say yes. You know, one of my favorite authors, Darren Hardy, he's a motivational speaker. He was the founder of Success Magazine. He has interviewed thousands of entrepreneurs, and he said there's only one thing that every entrepreneur had in common. Every entrepreneur starts scared. If you're scared, welcome to the club. You belong. We hope you take the plunge, and we hope you say yes. And so now I want you to fill out that Google form as we close up tonight so that your consultant can follow up with you. The password is relevant. I don't care how you spell it. Doesn't matter if you spell it right or wrong. The secret word is relevant. And we're going to ask you a scale of 1 to 3. Okay, a 1 is I will never sell Mary Kay. I would rather sell pencils naked in Alaska in the wintertime than sell Mary Kay. Not going to do it. A 2 is, and I love to pay full price for makeup. Seriously, love to pay full price for makeup. That's a 1. A 2 is just give me some more information. Maybe send me to your website, send me some written stuff, but let me know. I just want to ask some questions because I know you couldn't ask any questions during this hangout. And that's the downfall of this kind of communication. I can talk at you, but I can't look at your eyes. I can't see what you're saying. So talk with your consultant about that. That's a 2. And a number 3 is let's do it. Let's do it. It's $100. It's $100. There's nothing to lose. Worst case scenario is I look twice as good at half the price. I hope you say yes, you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Rock out October. Bye, everybody.